If the pandemic has extended until March 2021
So far,
so far, does the eye of the needle extend to that date too? And if
yes,
not, when
yes.
does the eye of the needle end, and can we pass through it even if we still have some unresolved issues?
You may bring some issues to still work on the other side of the passage, but again, it's very important to strip away as much as you possibly can to make the passage more smooth, more effortless, more easy for you, so that you don't necessarily have that much to deal with on the other side. And again, even if you strip away a lot of the negativity, there may still be things that are not relevant for you that also need to be let go of during that passage or on the other side to help streamline you. So it's not always just about letting go of fear-based or negative beliefs. It's also about letting go of those things that are simply not relevant for you. Now, the idea of the eye of the needle is that it is a passage that allows you to deal with these things, to go within, to find those things that don't work for you, that are not aligned with you, and let them go. So even though your COVID experience is part of the experience of the eye of the needle, the overall passage actually extends all the way to somewhere in 2023. But the idea is that you don't necessarily have to experience similar things to your pandemic in order to still be in the eye of the needle. No one is saying that the eye of the needle has to be something that you always experience in what you would call a negative way, or that negative ideas have to be experienced in it. It's about taking a look at yourselves and really transforming your vibrational energy so that when you do come out the other end of that passage, you really are quite different people, ready to really prepare yourselves for open contact. And all of that implies in terms of the kind of reality you really want to experience. So the eye of the needle really goes all the way into and maybe almost to the end of your year of 2023. And there will be many different kinds of events that will occur between now and then. Not only the idea of COVID, but of course that can alleviate at a certain point, and you can still be interacting or experiencing other things that will put you in touch with what you need to be put in touch with to transform yourselves. Again, it doesn't necessarily mean that all of the experiences in the eye of the needle will necessarily be something that you would consider to be negative. But it is a passageway that exists until such time as approximately 2 years before the window of open contact. Because after that time, different things will have to happen in order for you to really be fully prepared for the beginning of the window of contact. But the eye of the needle will generally fade out somewhere about 2 years before the window in 2025.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Yes. There
You
will
talked.
also be another transformation taking place within how, at that point, we will be able to deliver information to all of you. Because the idea is that in our society and with the first contact specialists, there is an allowance of communicating in a certain way with a society, with a civilization, that is based on the cycle within that civilization that represents a complete transformational cycle based on the timing of that civilization and the consciousness of that civilization. For your civilization, as we have talked about this in the past, the cycle of your societal transformation is 40 years. You see this mentioned sometimes in a variety of ways within some of your ancient literature, so on and so forth. You know, things like 40 years in the desert, so on and so forth. That's the amount of time it takes for a real complete transformation of human society from one level to another. Therefore, the end of your year of 2023 will be the end of 40 years of us channeling in this way to your civilization. After that, the way in which we deliver information to you will change, because it will be now more keyed and more focused on the idea of really taking the time to prepare you for the beginning of the window of open contact. So there are 3 of your years remaining for the kind of information we're delivering now that gives you the opportunity to change yourselves, to change how you experience your reality, to apply the formula, the instruction manual in your lives in a way that will truly prepare you for the change to come at the end of your year of 2023, to absorb information in a different way from us for the purpose of really strengthening and increasing the probability of open contact for those who wish to align with that energy.